Peace. Yo, I just wanted to take this moment today to build on the idea of understanding God. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because a lot of times people talk about this so-called mystery God like as if he doesn't exist in the physical, which he does. And my lessons, it says, tell us why the devil teaches 85% that a God is a righteous and unseen being exists everywhere. And it says, Allah is God in heaven above and in the earth, and it's just and true. And there is no unrighteousness in him. For he is not unseen, he is seen and heard everywhere, for he is the all-I-seeing. Now, if you look at the mathematics, right, it says understanding God. And that means once you understand who and what is God, that means that you have a full comprehension and the true meaning of who is God and what God is all about. Now, the reason why I wanted to touch on the subject is because, you know, when you run into a lot of people, they use phrases and cliches that they tend not to subconsciously or consciously pay attention to, and it kind of gets them caught up in their own words. You know, it's sort of like one of them. It's sort of like they want to hear themselves talk. You know what I mean? And they want to toot their own horn. But what I'm here to do is I'm here to break that down to the best of my knowledge. Very incorrect. So, right, let's take it like this. Understanding God. Understanding means to see things for what they are, what they not appear to be. What they appear to be. Now, when you see something, right, you can see it two ways. You can see it with the third eye, and you can see it with the two physical eyes. Now, God is the supreme being, the sole controller of the universe. Now, supreme means most high. Being means existence. The most highest form of existence, the most highest form of supreme intelligence manifested on the physical plane of existence is the Blackman, the original man. Now, if you want me to break that down, origin means the source, the beginning, the root. The AL at the end is Arabic for the. That's what original means, the source. So, man means mind. You know, for man is not the body nor the soul, for man is mind, and mind means intelligence. So that means that the original man, or the black man, or if you want me to break that down, black is the divine essence and the dominant state of existence of all things. Man is mind, once again. So, when you understand God, that means that you see God. How do you see God? With the physical and the mental eye. So, how is it that people explain God in such a so-called spiritual way? Well, that's because they was taught by the devil. And the devil taught them to eat the wrong food. And that was the colored man, the Caucasian. And the greatest myth that was ever told was the devil doesn't exist. And God is some being that sits high and looks low. But let's take it like this, right? I know a lot of people that say this phrase all the time. The man upstairs. Now, first and foremost, you tell me that God is a spirit. So now you're telling me that God is the man upstairs? Oh, you just caught yourself in your own sentence. Because you just said the man upstairs. So what is a man? A man is a physical being, right? So, check it. He says, Allah is God in heaven above and in the earth, and is just and true, and there is no unrighteousness in him. For he is not unseen, he is seen and heard everywhere, for he is the all-I-seeing. So that means that all eyes see him, mentally and physically. Now, when you break down understanding God, you go to the knowledge as cipher. The knowledge as cipher degree, and the 1 to 40 says, who is that mystery God? And it says there is no mystery God. The Son of Man has searched for that mystery God for trillions of years and was unable to find that mystery God. So they agree that the only God is the Son of Man, And they'll lose no time searching for that which does not exist. Now, check it, right? When you think about trillions of years, you think about years of searching, finding, looking for this God, turning over rocks, looking at situations and circumstances in true totality. Knowledge as cipher. Knowledge is the known. Cipher is a complete circle. It's a continuous cycle of life, right? So that means that the black man is the true and living foundation of all things in existence, and he is the person that continues the cycle of life because he adds on to the cipher. So now when you break that down, knowledge as cipher, that's all being born of what? Today's math, which is knowledge. Knowledge is to know. Knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence. It's to look, listen, observe, and also respect. Knowledge is the black man. Now, when you look at the knowledge degree in the 1 to 40, it says, who made the Holy Quran and Bible? How long ago? Well, you tell us why does Islam renews history every 25,000 years? It says the Holy Quran and Bible wasn't made by the original man, who was the law, supreme being, black man of Asia. The Holy Quran and Bible was found in the year 25,000, which is 15,020 years from the date of the writing. The nation of Islam is all wise and does everything right and exact. The planet Earth, which is the home of Islam, is approximately 25,000 miles in circumference. So the wise men of the East, Blackman, makes his history of Quran to equal his home circumference a year to every mile. Thus, every time his history lasts for 25,000 years, he renews it for another 25,000 years. So remember when I was going back to what I said about the knowledge as cipher, that the black man is the foundation of all things in existence, and he continues the cycle of life. Though, how does he continue the cycle of life? When you take knowledge and add it on to the cipher, you reproduce life. You reproduce life. Knowledge is infinite. The black man has been here for trillions and trillions of years. Trillions and trillions of years. It has never been. He may have not been in this physical form, but he has always been here. You see me? You see what I'm saying? So, when a person talks about God, you have to be able to question that. You got to question, like, so what are you saying about God? Who and what is God? You're telling me that Jesus was God. However, how did Jesus get here? Jesus got here through Joseph. Joseph had sex with who? Mary. Why do people think that Mary didn't have sex with Joseph? Then how would Jesus get here? He just spiritually, he just magically dropped down? No, cipher. And that's where people get misconstrued at. This is where the religion gets so turned out, because people are not properly teaching the truth about who and what is God. Because they're so busy wrapped up in their way of living, they feel like, well, shoot, I don't have to explain that. I'm just going to give him what he wants. I'm just going to tell him to go pray, believe, and have hope. And read the Bible. But if you read the Bible with a keen eye on your third eye, it'll manifest and wake you up and enlighten you. And it'll educate you to situations. So, like I said, to understand God means to see God mentally and physically. With the third eye and the two physical eyes that you have. And God is not a mystery. The only mystery was that God was never told that he was the black man. God is man, and man is God. So my thing is, how is it that you can say that Jesus was 100% man and 100% God, but yet the black man is not God? I find that very hard to believe. And I beg your pardon, I never heard of one. Because that sounds very, 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 very silly and asinine. You should listen to yourself sometimes when you say that, when the person says that. Because think about it, right? Now, we're going to break it down like this. They say Jesus is God, right? But Jesus was a black man. You know what the black man is? God. Jesus was a black man because in Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 through 16, it describes the Son of Man. And the Son of Man is who? Jesus, right? And the Son of Man is God. I and the Father are one. I mean, that's like a person sitting in a vehicle, and the only way that the vehicle could go if the person turns the ignition, starts the car, takes it out the brake, takes it out of park, and begins to put gas to the car so it can fuel, ignite, and go. And that's what Jesus was talking about. The God within me is the physical God that you see here manifested. You may not believe it, but hey, that's on you to decide. So, like I said, if you don't trust what I said, go to Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 through 16, and it describes the Son of Man as Jesus. And Jesus was a black man. Because you know why? He said he had hair like wood. Who has hair like wood? Original people, men and women. He has feet of brass or bronze, eyes of a fiery furnace, and the voice the sound of many waters. So who does that sound like? Us, the original people. What happens when we get into a crowd? We hype the crowd up because our voice projects. So like I said, man, you don't have to trust what I say. Go do your studying on yourself. Study yourself, matter of fact, and you'll find the answers to your questions. And with that being said, yo guys have a blessed day. Take it easy. And I trust in that this is beneficial and educational. I'm not trying to force you to listen to what I'm saying or believe what I'm saying. But what I am striving for you to do is to study and learn on your own and find the answers to your questions and stop going to people for the answers when you have the answers yourself. Matter of fact, the answers are all around you. If you God of the universe, you God of all. That's what the universe means. It means all. And all in existence will show you the answers. So, take care. Have a nice day. Peace.